It's the first snow of the season for the Denver Metro. We'll check on the roads and tell you just how long the snow will last. Why Douglas County deputies were in an RTD parking garage checking on stolen cars when a shootout happened late Tuesday night. 2 suspects were killed and a deputy hurt. Plus, doing good while across the pond, how the Broncos are making the most of their time in London outside of practice time. We begin this morning with a live look at the radar on this Weather Action Thursday. Snow has moved into the metro for the first time this season. All the blue there on the map, that shows where the snow is falling right now. Now here's a live look up in the high country, the snow blanketing the city of Black Hawk. Snow in the high country started over the weekend and then it finally made its way down here to the metro late this morning. So we want to begin with Denver 7's Veronica Acosta live in Golden, where some of the first flakes started falling here in the Denver area. Veronica, how's it looking now?
So it's been consistently falling for hours now. I'd say probably like 4. We're getting a good stream of snow here. This is pretty dry snow really early this morning. It was more of a rain snow mix. That's definitely not the case anymore. And take a look behind me. This is the exciting stuff, right? It's actually sticking to the vegetation, not the actual sidewalk, as you can probably see. Not the sidewalk, not the road. We're not getting any accumulation there, but it is slightly sticking onto the vegetation. That was the case on Highway 93. We kind of weaved between Boulder this morning and then took Highway 93 down to Golding, and you could definitely see it there kind of bunching up, accumulating on the shoulders of the road. And it's been like this all morning long again. Sometimes you see a car drive by, you see that their windshields are going, they have a bit of snow accumulation on there as well. But again, the big difference that we saw this morning is really early we were just seeing people with their hoods on, kind of like I am, just kind of trying to shield away from the rain. As the morning went on, you saw those larger coats, those beanies, and those gloves come on. Despite the accumulation though, in the first snowfall of the season really, still not enough to make those snow angels, Jason. But some snow is snow, and that's the good news.
All right, Veronica, sounds good. Thank you. We now want to take you to the camera on top of our studios here on Spear Boulevard. This is downtown Denver. The rain recently switched to snow here. You can see not nearly as heavy as what Veronica is dealing with. So let's bring in meteorologist Stacy Donaldson now. Now, Stace, some areas could see a few more hours of this.
Yeah, it looks like it, mostly down to the south. We're going to start to see this taper off here as we go through the next few hours here in Denver. But up at Winter Park, we have cloudy skies. It looks like a winter wonderland here on the sidewalks and on the streets. But here in Denver, we've had the rain change over to snowfall, but it's just been so warm lately. It's all melting as it's hitting the ground. So wet roadways here along the I-25 corridor. And we'll continue to see this snow push to the south as we go into the rest of the afternoon. So as that energy makes its way southward, we'll see clearing skies here for the Denver area. So we're looking at partly cloudy skies later this afternoon, but we also have a freeze watch in effect tonight here for our area as temperatures drop into the 20s. The winter weather advisory off to our west will expire as we go into the afternoon, and then also down to the south, a winter storm warning here. So as we go through the next few hours, that snow sinking to the south and getting out of the way. Coming up, I'll have your weekend forecast along with your Halloween forecast to let you know what's going on.
All right, Stacy, thank you. Now, more snow means another ski resort is opening up for the season. Keystone announced it will open at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow. Now, right now, 2 miles of terrain are ready on the Schoolmarm and Silver Spoon trails. Riders will also have access to a Hike 2 terrain park on the Spring Dipper. Early risers get free hot chocolate and donuts out there and the chance to win some prizes. And a reminder, you can check out the forecast anytime on the Denver 7 Plus app. We have a 24/7 weather stream. You can find it for free on your favorite streaming device. Some breaking news now. Russian President Vladimir Putin says he has no intention of using nuclear weapons in Ukraine. It comes after severe warnings from President Joe Biden and the Pentagon about the consequences Russia would face if they did. But Putin has lied about Ukraine before. Days before the February invasion, he claimed military operations on the border were just drills and that troops would soon withdraw. Here at home, the case of a 22-year-old shot and killed by deputies inside his car in Clear Creek County is now headed to a grand jury. Christian Glass was shot and killed by a Clear Creek County deputy in Silver Plume back in June. Glass had called for help after his car got stuck. At the time, the sheriff said Glass tried to stab deputies. Attorneys for Glass's family says that body camera video shows deputies were the aggressors and Christian was going through a crisis. In a statement, his parents say they are expecting accountability. That grand jury will convene next month. We now know that Douglas County deputies who ended up in a deadly shootout on Tuesday night were working in a specialized unit searching for stolen cars. Now, the deputies were checking the parking garage at the RTD Lincoln station in Lone Tree. They spotted a black Kia with no license plate, so they called for backup. When the officers approached the car, they say the suspects almost immediately started shooting at them. 6 deputies fired their weapons in response. 2 people in the car died. 1 deputy was hurt by broken glass from a car window. He's going to be okay. The names of the suspects have not been released. Now, previous reports claimed the U.S. was already in a recession, but those reports turned out to not be correct. America's gross domestic product shows that the economy actually grew 2.6% in the third quarter. But that doesn't mean that a recession can't or won't happen. ABC's M. Wynn has the latest from Washington.
The U.S. economy grew at an annual rate of 2.6% in the third quarter, better than economists expected, according to the Gross Domestic Product report out today. This new snapshot of the American economy is a sharp reversal from the last 2 quarters, where the nation's GDP shrunk 1.6% in the first quarter and 0.9% in the second quarter.
One definition of a recession is 2 back-to-back quarters of economic declines. However, the body that oversees and officially calls whether or not we're in a recession looks at additional factors.
Those factors include the jobs market, which has generated 3.8 million jobs this year, and experts say is still historically strong, as well as the unemployment rate, which sits at 3.5%, near historic lows. Consumer spending rose by 0.4%, but was down 0.1% from the previous quarter.
Look at what we were spending on. It was things like travel, hotels, experiences, not so much the things we were all buying during the pandemic.
Mortgage rates have also more than doubled in the last year, hitting 7.08%, the highest in 2 decades, with new home sales dramatically slowing. But inflation, though down from this summer, still averaging 8.2%, near 40-year highs. And after 5 consecutive interest rate hikes this year to lower inflation, the Federal Reserve is still warning those hikes could bring pain in the form of higher unemployment and possibly a recession.
Economists are predicting a recession in the next 12 months, but one that could be weak and less long than typical.
The Federal Reserve is still expected to raise interest rates another 0.75 percentage point next week. M. Wynn, ABC News, Washington.
The Broncos, meanwhile, are settling into London life ahead of their game against the Jaguars at Wembley Stadium on Sunday morning. But it's not just all about football. Denver7's Zach Rothschild shows us how the team is giving back to the community while they're there.
Hey guys, we're here at Harrow on the Hill, the Harrow Surplus Market just outside of London. London's Community Kitchen has organized a cool event today where we're packing up bags of food for the local community, trying to get the name out there, get outreach to people, help the community of London through the Broncos and the London Community Kitchen. So I want to show you guys what we're doing in here. It's a lot of cool stuff. Let's take a look. So this is where the action happens. You can see all sorts of food items here in the middle. Broncos cheerleaders and Broncos team president Damani Leach are here putting together bags so that when the community comes out on Friday, they can pick up their food. Well, I don't want to get in the way of. Come on, Mr. Leach. Here we go. I'm just getting in the way here. I'm not really helping. All right, let's see if we can find someone who knows a little bit more about this than I do. Someone who actually, I don't know, maybe set this whole thing up. Oh, what's going on, Taz?
Hi, how you doing?
Good to see you.
Good
Taz
to see you
Khan,
too.
the founder of London Community Kitchen, here, of course, helping set up this great event. Taz, why is something like this so important to your community?
So I think in America you guys have similar problems to us. We do have an amazing team in London that support communities that are marginalized. There's a big issue with food insecurity, but at the same time surplus food and food waste. So we tackle food waste, and we're predominantly an environmental project, but food insecurity is a byproduct of what we do, and we support people with that.
And how cool is it to have the Broncos, commit some people to your cause and help you put some bags together today?
It's amazing. Honestly, I don't have the words to describe it. It's amazing. It's really, really good. So they'll throw a spotlight on the work that we do, and them being a part of what we do. They're literally hands-on. You can see they're all digging, getting into the action, and it sends a good message. It sends a really good message that from the top to the bottom, we all are part of the same community.
How many people will this feed, or how many people are you guys going to impact with this stuff?
So generally speaking, what we do, we support 15,000 people a week across London. We take in about 50 to 60 metric tons of food that would have gone to landfill. What these guys are doing today, I don't know. Anywhere in the region of 500 to 700 people we're going to be supporting with this work that they're doing today.
There you go, 500 to 700 people fed by the actions today. Are you a fan of American football at all, Taz?
I think I have to be honest, and not really, but I think I might be into it.
Well, I think we might be able to turn you around, turn you into a Broncos fan.
It's going to have to be the Denver Broncos.
Awesome.
That's going to be my team. All right.
Good stuff, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.
Take care.
Broncos doing great work out here in London. It's more than just football. It's about bringing people together, and we're bringing you through the lot of it. So keep your eyes tuned right here on Denver 7. We'll see you later.
Our Nick Rothschild from London. Now, Denver 7 is your home for the Broncos in London. We will have reports throughout the week, and then we'll be here bright and early Sunday morning at 7 a.m. for our pregame coverage. Kickoff for the actual game, 7:30 a.m. our time. Then stick around for Denver 7's postgame coverage after. A blast from the past and a taste of the roaring 20s. The Denver Loft that could soon add Landmark to its name.